Bring a live coverage of match day 3 in Group I match between Senegal and Iraq. Simultaneously to this game, France will be playing Norway, but with both having already qualified for the next round, they'll be fighting for top in the group. But here, with both Senegal and Iraq are yet to register a win, either of them will be aiming for a big margin scoreline to give themselves any hope of qualifying as one of the best third-place teams. It's not impossible, but it also depends on the other matches if it go their way. To achieve that, Senegal, with Papa Diaw, the manager, fielding a very strong squad for tonight. Of course, Edouard Mendy is out with injury from the last game. He's got Mori Diaw in goal, Ismail Jacobs, Moussa Niakate, Abdoulaye Seck and Crepin Diatta in defence. In midfield is Habib Diarra and Idrissa Gueye, who is the captain, the 36-year-old Evertonian man. And then we got Sadio Mane, Lamine Camara and Ibrahim Mbeya just behind the striker Ismaila Sarr. As for Iraq, led by Graham Arnold, the Aussie who came into the rescue in the qualifying rounds. Well, after 2 defeats to Norway and France, they think this might be easier. I'm not sure, but we shall wait and see. He had Ahmed Basel in goal. Got Franz Buttress, Akam Hashem, Rabin Sulaka and Marcus Doski in defence. Amir Al-Amari, he's at anchor role position, and we got Ali Jassim, Brahim Baish, the captain for tonight's game, Zaidan Iqbal, the former Manchester United player, alongside Ahmed Qasim, who does play in the United States with Nashville. And up front is Ali Al-Hamadi, the Ipswich Town player who will be playing in the top flight football next season in England, who spent last season on loan with Luton Town. The referee for this match is no other than a 47-year-old Englishman, Anthony Taylor, one of the most famous names in English top flight football. Make sure you're watching the game through your local broadcaster. Of course, Iraq, having lost 4-1 in their opening a match to Norway, then losing the second game to France by 3-0. They are ranked 57th as far as the FIFA is concerned, whereas Senegal are ranked 15th. And their previous matches in the group, they just came back from the loss to Norway by 3-2, and the opening game losing it to France by 3-1. We're trying to keep you up to date as much as we can with that third place qualifying. But like we said, it's never going to be easy for either side. They need big score lines, both sides, especially Iraq. They've got a very bad goal difference. They're on -6 at the moment, whereas Senegal, the -3. It does look more promising for Senegal, of course. They've never been crowned as champions of Africa, whereas for Iraq, they've done it once, championing Asia back in 2007, beating Saudi Arabia by 1-0. Plenty of players, of course, from the Senegalese side, who are very well known. Niakate plays for Lyon. Diatte, also another defender playing for Monaco. Of course, the captain, Idrissa Gueye, has been with Everton since 2022, the former Aston Villa and PSG player. Also got Habib Diarra, had a very good season with Sunderland, scoring 4 goals in top flight football in England. Of course, they are playing in Europe next season. Sadio Mane playing in Saudi Arabia, the former Liverpool man, plays with Al Nassr. Ismaila Sarr, of course, up front, also achieving great history with Crystal Palace, winning a European trophy the season just gone, and also the previous season to that, having won the Cup in England. As for Iraq, as we mentioned, a few notable players. Marcus Doski will plays in the Czech Republic. He's Bacteria Pelsin. He's been there for the last couple of seasons, and most of the Iraqi players, or probably say easily about 1/3 of them, they all were born abroad, and they had started the policy of some of the other countries such as Syria and Qatar by bringing all these players in the diaspora from Iraqi origin. Amin Amari is one of them, who plays in Poland, having won the league with them this season with Cracovia. Zirek Bal, who started his career, born in Manchester, with Manchester United before he's being let go a couple of seasons ago. He spent the last 2 seasons in the Dutch top flight football with Utrecht. And of course, Ahmed Qasim, who is considered to be one of the up-and-coming players in top flight football in the United States. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, Ali Hamadi, who does play in England. He's also from the Liverpool area. The captain, Ibrahim Bayish, number 8, who started his career with Al-Quwa Jawiya, which means the Air Force in Arabic, in Baghdad. Then he moved to Riyadh season and a half ago in Saudi Arabia, and then he spent the last 6 months with Al Dafra in the United Arab Emirates, and he's the player who will be leading Iraq here tonight. Of course, surely we'll be kicking off the match. It will be a very exciting game. Anticipating it's going to be a very attacking football from both sides, knowing that winning by a big margin is the only way that gives them any kind of hope. Senegal are playing all white, whereas Iraq playing all green. It is going to be Iraq who's going to get us off and underway. They're playing from right to left. It's going to be Amir Al-Amari, and straight away the ball goes out for a throw in. It's very similar to what PSG been doing last season, if you noted, under Luis Enrique, exactly just that. So it's a throw in for Senegal on the left-hand side, long throw forward, picked up here by Iraq. Now it's good defending again, this time by Habib Diarra. It's going to be a net throw in this time for Iraq. It goes all the way back, deep inside their own half to Akam Hashem, who's, due to his very good performances over the last couple of games, been linked with FC Porto. Rabin Sulaka trying to find a space, long ball forward towards the left-hand side, trying to find Merkaz Doski, but the ball is well intercepted for throwing for Iraq. Blake short, just as far as the halfway line by Amir Al-Amari, and now it's being chased by 21, Habib Diarra. That's good defending here, all the way back to Ahmed Bastard. Of course, in the first game, it was Jalal Hassan with that horrible mistake that led for the second half. But now Iraq on the attack with Ali Hamadi, and it's picked up again once more with Ali Jassim, the Como player, and the pass the ball to the right hand side, but it's just ahead of Ahmed Qasim, and the ball goes out, play for a throw in for Senegal. The left hand side of their own penalty area. It was a very good counter attack, but pass in the end by Ali Jassim wasn't the best one, and it's a long throw. It's picked up again by Iraq. Good defending here by the Iraqi defender. Akam Hashem sends the ball out for a throw in for Senegal, just inside the Iraqi half on the left-hand side. Played quickly by Ismail Jacobs. Down to Sek. Of course, Mori Diaw, the 33-year-old keeper, starting his first game in the finals. The Le Havre player. And all his playing careers in France, and now Senegal on the right hand side, trying to cross the ball here from Habib Diarra, but it wasn't the best of crosses here from the right hand side. It goes for a corner. Seemed like it took a touch with one of the Iraqi players. Which will be the first corner of the match for Senegal. It's going to be taken from the right hand side. It's going to be Lamine Camara, the 22-year-old, be taking the corner. Anthony Taylor's having few words with some of the players, with some of the usual pushing and shoving between both sides. See if Kamara can give them a good cross. And indeed, inside the 6-yard box, and a header just been cleared. And a shot! And that was close! A very good shot by Teresa Gay. From the edge of the penalty area, it took a very good deflection by the Iraqi defenders. It goes to probably under a yard away from Ahmed Basil's left-hand post. Seems like it hit Rubin Sulaka before it goes out. So Senegal's second corner. Good start here for Senegal. Another cross from Kamara inside the penalty area. And that's into the back of the net. And Senegal taking the lead after just 4 minutes. A beautiful cross from the right hand side by Kamara. And he goes to Sek, who's just for about 7 or 8 yards out, down the middle. And he heads the ball into the ground, beating Ahmed Basil. You only have to see the ball coming to his left hand side. So Sek with the goal. There was a player standing in front of Ahmed Basil, who they're checking that he might have sort of obstructing his vision. So VAR having a quick check on that. It doesn't look like he is onside, but he is very, very close. And that'd be a good start here. And indeed, the goal has been given and back and underway here. So inside the 4th minute, Senegal are en route trying to get a big scoreline here. So Iraq need to do something. I'm sure Graham Arnold has put himself different scenarios trying to achieve that here tonight. Now the ex-Manchester United players, Zidane Iqbal's about 5-6 players from Senegal inside the Iraqi half, piling a very good pressure on that Iraq's back line. And now Akam Hashim. Look at the choice of sending the ball back to Ahmed Basil. To be fair, maybe he was slightly obstructed, but the player was onside from Senegal. And it took a while for him to see it, so his reaction was quite slow. For the Al Shorta goalkeeper, which is the police club in Iraq. They were champions for 3 seasons until last season when they lost the title to the rivals of Quwa Jawiya, the Air Force Club. So it was a very good run for Ahmed Basil. And the referee is given a free kick for Senegal. It was a pull by Brahim Baish, the captain, on the Senegalese player. Just inside their own half here, Senegal. It's a very good start here for Papatiao's team. Of course, as we mentioned, there's the other game to determine who's going to be top of the group. And it's Dembele who've given France the lead in the 7th minute. So they're leading in that game by a goal to 0. Whereas back here, Senegal who are leading by that goal to 0. And now Marquez Doski, lovely play here, coming through down the middle, still inside his own half. He was surrounded by 4 players, and a lovely pass, and he managed to release France pushers from the right hand side. And again, this time to Ahmed Qasim inside the penalty area, but it was a very, very poor pass. But in the end, it was cleared away by Senegal. The ball goes out, play. It's got to be throw in for Iraq on the right hand side of the penalty area. Taken by Butchers, trying to find Jassim. Good control here by the Coma player. Goes back to Butchers once more. Ball just went back. Just halfway through inside the Senegalese half with Amir Al-Amari. And now Zaidan Akbar, lovely pass forward. Still with the Iraq. The Iraqi player walked down. The referee says play on. And now Senegal trying to go on a counter-attack. It was a late challenge on Sadio Mane, but the referee says play on. And now Iraq once more in the ball. Down the middle with Al-Amari. To Marquez Doski once more. Al-Amari, good pass here. And now has the cross. Beautiful cross to the right hand side, but can the Iraqi player reaches it? It's a bit too much for Ali Jassim, and the ball goes out. Play. It's going to be a goal kick for Senegal. As it stands, France will be topping the group. Norway will be second. Senegal third, and Iraq will finish bottom of the group. It's a very good start because they just gave the ball away here. Senegal just outside their own penalty area. I was quite lucky here for Habib Diarra because his pass was intercepted by Ali Jassim, but using his hands. It's a very lucky escape here for Senegal. Of course, the goal has been scored by Sek in the 4th minute. Abdoulaye Sek, who plays in Israel with Maccabi Haifa. He's been there since 2022, from moving from Antwerp, and now Habib Diarra sending the ball to the right hand side, and nearly was kept in by Ibrahim and Bear. It's going to be a throw in here for Iraq. Merkaz Dosti, just to the left-hand side of his own penalty area. Long throw forward, trying to find Al-Hamadi, but it's well defended here by Senegal, and they gave the ball away, and now Sadio Mane was brought down about 3 or 4 yards outside the penalty area, down the middle, and that's going to be interesting because the Senegalese players are saying that he was the last man, whereas the Iraqis claiming that he was not, and I'm sure VAR are going to have a look at this. It's a yellow card initially has been brandished to Robin Solaka, who plays for Po FC in Thailand, and it was his mistake as well. It was the ball gone forward, he's trying to head the ball out, and he completely miskicked the ball. The players still surrounding the referee, they're waiting for the decision. So as it stands, Solaka is given a yellow card. I think they're just still waiting for confirmation if Solaka was the last man. Of course, we know what that means. It means he will be reverted to red. So they're still checking here the possible red card. Anthony Taylor still asking the players to wait and calm down, because as it stands, he's still weighing along with anyone else. Of course, just make sure you're watching the game through your local broadcaster. It appears to me, watching it second time round, it does look like he maybe was the last man. There's 2 players, one on each side from Iraq. But if Sadio Mane would have picked up the ball, he'll be one-on-one with the goalie. And I've got a feeling the reason why it's taking so long time, maybe they're going to give Anthony Taylor to make this call. We shall wait and see. Pretty disastrous start here for Iraq, who played just over 10.5 minutes. They're traded by a goal to nil through Sek, and that came in the 4th minute, and now they might be gone to 10 men. It's a long VAR check here, and we are checking for maybe Robin Solaka, the Iraqi centre-back, may face a possible red card. And indeed, Anthony Taylor has been told to come have a look at the screen, and it does look like Iraq might be in even bigger trouble here. It does look like he's the last man. Graham Arnold's having a few words with Anthony Taylor, as you do. Anthony Taylor is looking at the screen, and it does look like there's 2 players on either side, but I don't think Akram Hashim, who's probably about 15 yards away from Robin Solaka, will be able to catch Sadio Mane. Just looking again, I think that might be given as a red card. So the decision of a yellow card might be rescinded. And Iraq, like we said, already trailing by a goal to nil, bottom of the group, needing a big win. Likewise with Senegal. Big chance they might be gone down for 10 men. They're still watching this, Anthony Taylor. It's not an easy decision, to be fair. And now Anthony Taylor has left the monitor and he's heading back. And he's explaining his decision. So we shall wait and see in the next few moments what the consequences got to be. And indeed, the yellow card has been taken off, and now it's a red card. It's been shown for Robin Solaka. So Iraq, from the 13th minute, they'll be playing with 10 men. A disastrous shot here for Iraq and Graham Arnold. In the 13th minute, Robin Solaka receives a straight red card. It was a pass that was heading to Sadio Mane, and then it was initially headed away by Robin Solaka, but straight to Sadio Mane, who capitalised on that move. And Robin Solaka pulling the shirt off Sadio Mane. I think it's fair to say that maybe it was the right and correct decision. And of course they have to deal now with a free kick from a dangerous position here for Senegal. It's about 5 yards outside the penalty area, down the middle. And Sadio Mane is one of the players who's standing behind it. And he's stepping forward, and that was a great save by Basil. He hasn't cleared far yet. It's from Idrissa Gueye from the left-hand side. Senegal passing the ball down the middle to Sak, who has the shot, and it just goes up way wide. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq, but brilliant save by Ahmed Basil. It's a lovely, to be fair, it was a lovely free kick by Sadio Mane. And Basil, he had to dive to his right. Took a slight deflection as well from that Iraqi wall. It's a brilliant save. Basil has saved Iraq from second goal here for Senegal. And of course, as we mentioned before the match, the other side, they need a big win. And this is a chance for Senegal to make sure to take advantage of that early sending off for Robin Solaka, the centre-back for Iraq. Ahmed Basil seems to be receiving a treatment at this moment with a just a bit of a break in play. We just hit the 15th minute mark. Just joining us is Senegal leading by a goal to nil through second and fourth minute, and then in the 13th minute, Robin Solaka getting sent off for Iraq. Just a reminder, there is another game happening between Norway and France, and the goal from Dembele still giving France the lead against Norway by a goal to nil. We are going to see also an early substitution here for Iraq. It's quite understandably so. It's going to be Ahmed Qasim, the 22-year-old who plays for Nashville, is coming off. And he's going to be replaced by Munaf Yunus, number 6. Munaf Yunus, who is another Al Shorta player. He won the league with him back in 2024 and 2025. Now Ahmed Basil seems to be okay, and we have resumed. Long ball forward, deep inside the Senegalese half, headed away here by Idrissa Gueye, all the way back for his first touch for Yunus, and that was a horrible back pass. And Basil have to clear the ball away right in front of Sarr. That was a suicidal back pass here. First touch for Munaf Yunus. It's going to be thrown here for Senegal to the left-hand side of Iraq's penalty area, but it was great interception here by Ahmed Basil. Long throw by Jacobs inside the 6-yard box, headed out, and it was the shot by, this time by Mbaya. It was well blocked, but on the rebound, Ismail Assar. Ball goes just wide. Big. He's been a massive pressure by Senegal on Iraq, and I'm sure that sending off is going to make it much, much worse for them. Long ball forward, the ball's up in the air by Ali Al Hamadi. It's well intercepted here by the goal scorer Abdoulaye Seke. Sending the ball all the way back, and it's nearly been chased here by Ali Jassim, but managed to clear the ball away just in time to Yao. The ball goes up play for throw in for Iraq, just inside their own half. Merkaz Doski once more. They seem to be quite active, Iraq, from the left hand side, and quite interestingly, Merkaz Doski did score against Spain. A beautiful goal, considered to be a goal of the week. And the ball forward, and Ali Hamadi was brought down just outside the penalty area. And it's going to be a free kick from a dangerous position. And the yellow card for Sek. And this time, it's the Iraqi players who are complaining that Ali Al-Hamadi and Sek was the last man on. So it's a ball hit it forward by Merkadowski. It's picked up by Ali Al-Hamadi. It was brought down by Sek about a few yards outside the penalty area. But I think needless to say, Moussa Diakate was about a metre away from him. So that might go into his advantage, not considered to be the last man. I'm sure that will be checked, but nevertheless, it is going to be a dangerous free kick here for Iraq to give them a lifeline. The training by Galton, and also the goal scorer is already on the yellow card here for Senegal. Ali Al-Hamad is still tying up his laces. There's Ali Amir Al-Amari and Ali Jassim, the Como player. Of course, he spent all season on loan. Ali Jassim was one of the up-and-coming youngsters for Iraq. Spent his period on loan with Al Najma in Bahrain. It looks like he's the favourite to take it. He's down the middle, slightly towards the left-hand side, so he's going to be right for the shot. And Jassim hits the wall, and he gets another chance, and this time it took a slight touch by the Senegalese player, so it's going to be a corner for Iraq. Wasn't a bad attempt, but it's a good block here by the four-man Senegalese wall. It's going to be Iraq's first corner. It's going to be Ali Jassim again from the left-hand side. Jassim with a cross inside the 6-yard block, easily cleared away by Senegal. And now the ball's been sent back and trying to be chased by Ibrahim Bayish. It's a bit too late. The ball did cross the line, so it's been a goal kick for Senegal. We just hit the 20th minute mark. If you're just joining us, there's plenty of action here in the game. Senegal took the lead in the 4th minute through the defender sack before Iraq having a player sent off straight red. In fact, the 13th minute, that pull on Sadio Mane, and considered to be the last man on. Senegal once more from the right hand side, and Ibrahim Mbaya was pushed back, but it was very good defending here by Akam Hashim. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. You can see why teams like Porto are interested in the 27-year-old. Oh, Akam Hashim, like we said, he does play for Erbil, or moved from Erbil in 2025 to Al Zawra, which is considered, or it is the most successful and the most popular club in Iraq. Long ball, the ball's still up in the air, and eventually has been headed away by Iraq, kept down, but they gave the ball away, and now Sadio Mane from the left, but the referee wasn't happy with some of the tackles that you've seen by the Senegalese player, so it's going to be free kick for Iraq. It's been quite interesting as well in the other game, was Dembele added a second for France in the 20th minute before Asgard getting Norway a goal back a minute later. But here, Jassim with the ball to Amir Al-Amar inside the centre circle with Zidane Iqbal. I've seen quite a few short passes by Iraq. They need to be careful. Of course, one of them, that the back pass by Munaf Younis, back to his goalkeeper, but lucky for Munaf Younis, Basil managed to get out of his penalty area to save the day for Iraq. Hashim to Al-Amari. Now a few players trying to put the pressure on the Iraq back line, and eventually Hashim clears the ball away for throw in. It's good pressure here by Senegal. Hashim had no choice but to do so, to be fair. Of course, we have got the water break over the next minute or so. Sakab Hashim, as we mentioned, he does play for Al Zawra in Iraq. And the season before that, played for Erbil, then having spent 2 seasons again with Al Shorta, the police club, and he won 2 titles with them. And he's a very well-established player for the Iraqi national side. But we talk about Merkez Doski. He scored a beautiful goal for Iraq in that 1-1 draw against Spain a couple of weeks before the start of the tournament. It was considered to be one of the goals of the week in that week of friendlies for all the national side preparations for the finals. And if you're just joining us, just worth to remind you that it's Senegal leading by a 1-0 through the centre-back Sek in the 4th minute, and it got back to work for Iraq when Rubin Solaka, the centre-back, was given a straight red in the 13th minute. And of course that straight red was after a VAR review. Of course the players getting some instructions as well. I'm sure Graham Arnold, the Australian coach who's leading Iraq today in the finals, to try to get his players motivated, get them back into the game. But of course, as we mentioned, both sides need a big scoreline to give themselves any hope to qualify as one of the 3rd best teams. But they need the big scorelines. And now Senegal, I'm sure they'll feel with Papa Thiaw thinking this is a time to exploit that difference of number of players, having Iraq playing with 10 men for the remainder of the game. They had 2 good chances, to be fair, Senegal, since that goal, and they have had most of the possession as well from the word go. Just hit the 25th minute, got 20 minutes to go till half time. Any moment now we'll be having the restart, and it's going to be throw in for Senegal. Be taken by number 14, Ismail Jacobs, the 26-year-old, plays in Turkey with Galatasaray. He's been there for the last couple of seasons. And he started his career with FC Köln and then moving to AS Monaco as well. And it's going to be on the halfway line here on the left-hand side. Just waiting for the whistle from Anthony Taylor, and off we go. Jacobs. It's taking a while here. He needs to be careful, obviously, under the new rules. And eventually he sends the ball back to Niakate. Now the keeper, Diaw, passing the ball down the middle. Well picked up here by Lamine Camara. Habib Diarra, and now passing the ball to the right hand side, and managed to find Ibrahim Mbeya trying to cut through down the middle. It's only the short passes at the moment, just around the halfway line. I'm sure Senegal will not be stopping there, and as you can see, they have very good possession. They know they're playing against 10 men. Of course, prior to this game, both sides lost their 2 opening games. And this is the last chance. And now Mbeya from the right-hand side of the penalty here, trying to go around the defender. It was brilliant defending by Amir Al-Amari. And now they're trying to go on a counter-attack, surrounded by 3 players here, Zidane Iqbal. But it's a good play here in the end. But Senegal picked up the ball, Mbeya again tripped over the ball. Playing a dangerous place here, Iraq, and eventually sending the ball inside the penalty area with Hashim. Try and go around a player, and he clears the ball forward away from danger. Headed ball once more by Senegal. The ball still up in the air between both set of players inside the Iraqi half until now Senegal can control the ball all the way back to Sek. Halfway inside his own half. Moussa Niakate. Sadio Mane. Of course, Crippin Diaté, the right back. Looked a nice match today. A lovely pass here. Switch it all the way to the left-hand side here, Senegal. Playing with a freely here. And a Idrissa Gueye down the middle. See, that's completely understandable. All the Iraqi players defending behind the ball. And now Sadio Mane from the left-hand side of the penalty area trying to find Jacobs. It's just a bit too much here for the 26-year-old. He's going to be goal kick for Iraq. As it stands, Senegal are the 7th best team out of the 8 who would qualify as 3rd best teams. So they're in 7th position, just above Algeria. But of course, there's more games coming up over the next couple of days. So the way it stands at the moment, Senegal will qualify for the next round. But like I said, it will depend on the remaining games of the first round, and still a few to come. They're still with the ball at the moment. Where to find Idrissa Gueye down the middle, switching the ball to the left-hand side by Crippin Diaté. It's been all Senegal since that goal. They had the one free kick here, Iraq. It hit the wall. It wasn't direct on goal, but now Senegal trying to take advantage. Down the middle, Kamara. It's a late challenge in the end. It's going to be free kick against Moussa Niakate, the challenger on the Iraqi captain, Ibrahim Baish. Of course, he wasn't the captain in the first game with Jalal Hassan, the goalkeeper. Quite a few mistakes that have been made by the 35-year-old Iraqi goalkeeper. He was replaced in the second and the third game with Ahmed Bassel. Was that reduced the deficit for Iraq only to 3 goals? The team's going to come back to us here for the Lions of Mesopotamia, which is the nickname of the Iraqi national side. And as far as for Senegal, it's just on the move at the moment. Ball forward. That is when it's up here by the Iraqi midfield with Amir Al-Amari. Played just over half an hour, got under quarter an hour to go. And Senegal leading by a goal to nil. Baish down the middle, picked up well by Jassim. Man can find the ever-present Akam Hashim. But now Senegal is probably trying to pile up pressure, but it's a long ball forward. Trying to be chased here by Mekas Doski, who managed to keep the ball in, but it's well defended here by Diaté, trying to clear the ball away, and the last touch wide by Mekas Doski. So it's going to be throw in here for Senegal, just to the right hand side of their own penalty area. But interesting enough, Iraq did have quite a lot of possession, about 56% to 36 to Senegal, but Senegal made the most of it, creating plenty of pressure. That's a mistake here by Senegal, picked up by Baish, but he gave the ball away again here, the Iraqi captain. And again, this time sacked, long ball forward, but there's no one there waiting for it except for the Iraqi keeper, Ahmed Bassel. To Hashim once more. Long ball forward to the left-hand side. Al-Hamad is chasing it. It's a bit too much here for the 24-year-old Ipswich Town man. It's going to be thrown here for Senegal. Seems like the tempo of the game has gone down a bit over the last 5 minutes or so. Senegal now trying to give it way forward. Brought down by the Iraqi defender, but straight in the Senegalese player. And now they're coming forward, this time by Ambia to Sadio Mane, just inside the penalty area, down the middle. And there's a shot by Senegal. That was close. That was very close by Ismail Jacobs. Sadio Mane finding the left back, Ismail Jacobs, just inside the penalty area, down the middle, beautiful left-footed shot. It was less than a yard away from Basil's left-hand post. Of course, we mentioned about Iraq's nickname being the Lions of Mesopotamia. Interesting enough, Senegal's nickname are the Lions of Teranga. So at this moment is the Lions of Teranga, who are in the lead with a 0-0. I can tell you in the other game, it's the third goal for France, and it's a hat-trick for Ousmane Dembele, having scored in the 7th and the 20th minute, and now in the 32nd minute. And of course, Ansgar scored for Norway in the 21st. Seems like it's a very interesting game happening in there for the chance to top the group. But here, Mbaye coming forward from the right-hand side, passing the ball down the edge of the penalty area to both find, this time for Diarra. It was good defending by Dosky. It's going to be another corner for Senegal. It's the third corner for the African side. Only the one for the Asian side early on. Should be taken from the right-hand side here from Senegal. Lamine Camara. Of course, the goal did come from corner as well. Camara with a cross inside the 6-yard box, punched away by Basil. It goes to Jacobs and sends the ball back to his keeper. It was not far off from the centre circle. Now the ball picked up this time by Diaté, just inside his own half. To Lamine Camara. Does seem to be the player maker, the Monaco player. Sending the ball to the right hand side. A cross this time by Diaté. This time the cross goes straight out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. We're inside the last 10 minutes plus stoppage time, of course, and did have the water break, and also it was a long VAR review for that Robin Solakis sending off in the 13th minute. And Anthony Taylor is asking Basil to hurry up. As we mentioned, under the new rules has been introduced, got a certain limited time for throw-ins and goal kicks. The ball from Basil straight to his counterpart, Mori Diaw. Hardly got a touch really, the Senegalese keeper. Long ball forward, trying to find Ismail Assar. Cleared away by Hashim again, but in this time it's picked up by Diarra on the left hand side. The referee says play on, and now it's a good tackle here by Iraq, and now it's Hamadi. Hamadi straight away gave the ball away for Idrissa Gueye. He was left by Sadio Mane because he was in an offside position. He cleared away by France Buttress. It's going to be thrown for Senegal nevertheless from the left hand side. It's going to be Jacobs again. Seems like to be a long throw, and indeed deep inside the penalty area. Flicked forward by Senegal, headed away in the end by Iraq, and the ball trying to be picked up here by Jassim. It's been chased by the Senegalese player, and the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be thrown for Senegal. Good defending here by Ibrahim Mbaye. The ball being played quickly for Senegal. Idrissa Gueye passing the ball down the middle, goes to Ismail Assar. It was brought down by Akam Hashim, but the referee says play on, and the ball goes out of play. Senegalese player is still down injured. He's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. Ismail Assar was right in front of the referees, who had a very good view at it. The referee wasn't convinced. Long ball forward by Basil, just inside the centre circle, picked up by Amir Al-Amari, headed forward by Iraq, but it's straight away it's picked up by Senegal. And now it's Habib Diarra coming from the left hand side. managed to find Jacobs on the edge of the penalty area, surrounded by 3 Iraqi players. They've done well. Getting the last touch from Zidane Iqbal. Ball goes out, play for another throw in from the left-hand side. And we're going to see another long throw in as well by the 26-year-old left-back. Ismail Jacobs, a long throw as far as the 6-yard box, but this time straight in the hands of Bassel. Bassel moves the ball forward, deep inside the Senegalese halves, and it's been left by Niakate. His keeper need to be careful because Ali Al-Hamadi was running after him, so it's good defending here by also Niakate, the Olympique Lyon player. That was a waste of the ball forward this time by Habib Diarra. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. Just a reminder that Senegal are leading by a goal to nil, scored by second or 4th minute. And then to add to Iraq's misery, had the centre-back Robin Sulaka getting straight red in the 13th minute for the pull on Sadio Mane. And after a VAR review, initially it was a yellow card, but the VAR and Anthony Taylor, the referee, for tonight's match, decided that he was the last man. And now they're on an attack here once more with Ismail Assar trying to cut through down the middle to Sadio Mane on the left. Cross the ball inside the 6-yard box, well intercepted by Hashim. Great block by the 27-year-old again, and the ball goes straight to the keeper Bassel. He's definitely been Iraq's man of the match. He has been also, he was considered was man of the match by the plenty of Iraqis' social medias outlets in the last couple of games. Bassel, long ball forward, picked up here by Iraq by Bayesh, but the pass by Bayesh wasn't as good. He gets the ball again. That was good defending by the captain. He managed to find Amir Al-Amari. Now Hashim once more inside his own half. To Yunus. Him as a sub, replacing Ahmed Qasim. Now trying to find the ball forward, but it's cleared away by Senegal. Now Yunus with the ball, and this time the back pass was much better than the previous one. It was his first touch when he came on in the 15th minute. Being intercepted by the Senegalese forwards, and now Iraq with Jassim. Passes has been very inaccurate, but they managed to get the ball back somehow. Chip forward by Jassim, trying to find Ali Al-Hamadi, and the keeper needs to be careful, but couldn't pick up the ball. But he managed to clear it just in time, but Iraq managed to get a corner in the end. So the second corner of the match, 5th in total. An apology by Mori Diaw, the Senegalese keeper. He couldn't pick up the ball, and it was a pressure by Hamadi, but nevertheless, the short corner played short. Passing the ball down the middle by Amari, picked up by Bekadowski, trying to shoot. Good block here by Idrissa Gueye, and now another shot by Jassim. And now there's another block here by the Senegalese player. He goes to Bayesh from the right side, down the middle for Zidane Iqbal, still inside the Senegalese half. And now Amir Al-Amari sending the ball to the left. Lovely flick on here by Jassim. Gets the ball back here, Bekadowski. All of a sudden there's a life in this Iraqi team. But in the end, Zidane Iqbal's ball down the middle. He's trying to send Franz Putras inside the penalty area, but straight out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Senegal. It's a very good play by Iraq in the last couple of minutes. Of course, let's not forget that Iraq are playing with 10 men since the 13th minute. But as it stands with the scoreline, Senegal are 7th out of the 8 best third-place teams. And of course, like we mentioned, there's few games happening between now till the end of the round 3 matches in the remaining groups. So that might not be the case. Of course, below them is only Algeria. Now it's good defending here by Iraq, and it's going to be, the ball goes out of play. It's going to be another corner for Senegal, the 4th of the match so far. We're inside the last 3 minutes. It's to be taken this time by Jacobs. It's not going to be Amin Kamara this time round. So Jacobs, left footed from the left hand side, all the way towards the inside the penalty area, headed up by the Sek, up in the air, but It was a collision in the end by number 19. It was Moussa Niakate alongside the goalkeeper Ahmed Basil inside the 6-yard box. So it was a break in play. Ball did go up in the air. And it seems like Niakate was the guilty man in that, and then they fall on Akam Hashim. But Hashim seemed to be okay. Likewise, also Niakate. Basil now is receiving treatment for the second time in the first half. And Jalal Hassan, who started the first game against Norway in that 4-1 defeat, was also the captain of the squad, but due to the couple of mistakes that has been made, Grabanolo decided to go with Basil for the remaining 2 games. Of course, Iraq's only goal so far has come from Ayman Hussein, and that came in that game against Norway. Of course, as far as that is concerned, Ayman Hussein is not starting today. He is on the bench. I have been told that he's not considered to be fit. It's a massive aerial threat for Iraq, but Basil is up on his feet. We're inside the last minute of the first half and we're off and underway. Long ball forward by the goalkeeper. Deep inside the Senegalese far half, and nearly found Jassim on the edge of the penalty area, but that was very good defending by Niakate. Clears the ball away. Still the ball up in the air. Few headers here and there between both sides, and in the end, force for Iraq with Iqbal. Interesting to see how many minutes of stoppage time to be added on. Now Basil again, long ball forward, picked up again really well by Senegal. They're coming on a counter-attack, but it was complete misunderstanding by Mbaya and Diarra. And now Iraq sending the ball to France Butcher as the right back. Passing the ball down the middle. It's going to be 9 minutes of stoppage time. So it's 9 minutes of stoppage time that just been entered. It's going to be free kick for Senegal, just inside the centre circles. Late challenge by Dosky on the captain of Idrissa Gueye. And now Jacobs, deep inside the Iraqi half from the left-hand side. I'm sure they'll feel more satisfied if they can get a second goal here, Senegal. Kamara. The goal scorer Sak. Sending the ball to Jacobs from the left-hand side. Thought by the cross, but Barrick was in front of him. And now the ball picked up this time by Diarra. The shot! That was close! Great shot by Sadio Mane. Such a powerful shot. And the 34-year-old just inside the penalty area. It was millimetres over Iraq's crossbar. It was easy, could have been the second goal for Senegal, but definitely got a massive round of applause here by his manager, Papa Thiaw. And now again, Iraq gives the ball away. Senegal feel they can get a second here before half time, but it was Dosky who clears the ball away right in front of Mbaya. It's going to be another corner for Senegal, the 5th of the match. 7 in total. As we mentioned, the Senegalese goal did come from corner. It's the second corner of the match. That Sek took advantage of that, and this time it's going to be back to Lamine Camara taking the corner from the right hand side with a cross inside the 6-yard box. Took a slight deflection off the Senegalese player, but managed to keep the ball away here, and managed to find Mbaya down the middle. He has the shot. It goes wide. The linesman is flagged for offside. So it's going to be a free kick for Iraq. Ready to play just over 2 out of the 9 minutes of stoppage time. Just a reminder that it's Senegal leading by a goal to nil. Iraq have been playing with 10 men since the 13th minute. And in the other game, They're into stoppage time of their own, but France are leading Norway by 3-1. Hat-trick for Othman Dembele. And Norway scoring through Asgard in the 21st minute. Of course, make sure you're watching the game through your local broadcaster. Throwing for Iraq. Down to the right-hand side, but Ali Al-Hamadi just could not control the ball. Was going to be thrown, taken by Jacobs. Long throw as far as the halfway line, headed away again this time by Buttress. It's going to be another throw in, this time just inside the Iraqi half. Played quickly by Senegal, but straight given away here. Picked up by Al-Amari for Iraq, and now Hashim to his left back. Doski passing the ball down the middle to Jassim. You might see Jassim in the Como players, having spent his first season with Como alone in Bahrain, and also he spent the first half with Almere in the Netherlands. And now the cross from the right hand side, inside the 6-yard box, headed away right in front of Hamadi. It was very good defending by a second, who heads the ball out of play. So it's going to be a corner for Iraq on the right hand side. He nearly played 4 out of the 9 minutes of stoppage time. And this is a chance from Iraq. Put themselves into level terms. Of course, a draw would not help any of them. Either side, they need a win, and they need a big one. The goal difference for both sides needs to be improved. Al-Amari taking the free kick for Iraq with a cross inside the 6-yard box, but straight in the hands of the keeper, Modi Diaw. Straight away, he'll release the ball and manage to find Mbaya, but that was very good defending this time by Iraq, and it was by Doski to Jassim, coming through down the middle, chipped the ball, trying to find Al-Habadi, trying to keep the ball in. It's a bit too much here for the 24-year-old. The Iftar man is going to be a goal kick for Senegal. You can see the frustration on the Como man, Ali Jassim. And now there's a bit of a heavy cross with his countrymen, and now an attack for Senegal from the left-hand side by Jacobs against Buttress. But the last touch was by the Iraqi defender, so it's going to be another corner, but Buttress just gone over the boards. It does seem to be okay now, and it's going to be a 6th corner for Senegal. Hard with plenty of corners. We've seen 6 for Senegal and 3 for Iraq. We're inside the last 4 minutes after the 9 minutes of stoppage time. The cross from the left-hand side inside the penalty area, headed away by Hashim. He goes in the edge of the penalty, and a shot from Senegal. He just goes way over the bar. This time it's by Lamine Camara. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. Anthony Turner was having a word with Akam Hashim, complaining that he was pushed by the Crystal Palace man, Ismail Assar. Nevertheless, a chance to go over the bar. Long ball forward by Iraq, and has been chased by Bayish, but great defending by Sek. Brilliant defending right in front of Bayish. You want to run him first, but brilliant defending by the 34-year-old Maccabi Haifa player. And now Senegal on the attack with Ibrahim Mbaya on the right side, trying to go around the player, but it was great interception by Doski. The ball goes out of play. The last touch was by Mbaya, was under his amusement. So it's going to be thrown for Iraq, because everyone thought it was going to be a Senegalese throw, but the linesmen have another thought, so it's going to be thrown for Iraq. Doski once more. Plays it short for Jassim. Jassim straight gave the ball out. It's going to be thrown here for Senegal. To the right side of the penalty area is be taken by the right back, Krapin Diaté. Played it backwards as far as his captain, Idrissa Gueye. Inside the last 2 out of the 9 minutes of stoppage time. Senegal leading by a 0-0. Iraq are playing with 10 men. And now Senegal with Sadio Mane deep inside the Iraqi half, trying to go around the Iraqi captain Bayish, sending the ball down the middle. The ball managed to find Idrissa Gueye. They're really looking to get out the second one here before half time, but wasn't pass was just a bit too fast here for Diatta. The ball goes up. Players going to be throwing for Iraq. Inside their own half on the left-hand side. Mankastowski, the Victoria Pelton player in the Czech Republic. Ball still up in the air, but in the end it was Brian Barish who couldn't keep the ball in, and well intercepted here by Senegal. They again were coming forward through Jacobs. Got support from Mane, managed to use it. Just a minute to go of stoppage time till half time here. Mane still with the ball. There's no effort from any Iraqi players trying to get the ball off him, but the ball's now down the middle, switched to the right hand side to Mbaye. Mbaye trying to cut through down the middle on the edge of the penalty area, still with the ball. Great deception by Hamadi, and now he's trying to release Ali Jassim. Jassim needs to be careful because Idrisi Gueye from behind. Brilliant defending by the captain. Ali Jassim was hesitating so much, not knowing what's around him. Now we're inside the last 3 seconds, 30 seconds in fact, and Senegal really looking forward to get and add a second one. They know a goal might not be enough. They need to improve their goal difference for any chance to qualify to the next round. Beautiful ball by Mane from the left hand side. Go through one, going two, passing the ball inside the 6-yard box. It has been cleared away by Iraq. The throw being played. This could be the last chance here, and there's another throw, and as we speak, the referee whistles for half time. They had a very interesting moment when Sak scoring the goal for Senegal in the 4th minute, and Rubin Salaka, the Iraqi centre-back, being sent off in the 13th. It was a straight red, pulling a shirt off Sadio Mane, and he considered after VAR review as the last man. So that is the half-time scoreline, where Senegal leading Iraq by 1-0. Welcome back for the second half in the game between Senegal and Iraq. First half ended with Senegal leading by a goal to nil. It was a goal by their centre-back, Abdoulaye Seck, scoring in the 4th minute. Then from the 13th minute, Iraq been playing with 10 men after that straight red on Rabin Salaka, the centre-back. It was a good half for Senegal. They need more goals. As it stands, they are in the best 8 teams that qualify from the third best teams. However, with that one goal with few remaining games in the round, they know that they've got the chance in the second half to improve on it. There's going to be a substitution as well for Iraq. It looks like it's Ahmed Basel, who did have a couple of treatments during the first half. He's been substituted, and Jalal Hassan, Al Zahra goalkeeper, who started the first game against Norway. Of course, he made a couple of big mistakes. The 35-year-old is going to be replacing him in the second half. He's still getting ready, Jalal Hassan. So we're just waiting to see any more substitutions being made before giving the full lineup for both sides. Of course, the other game, as we mentioned, is running simultaneously in match day 3. France leading Norway by 3-1. Hat-trick by Dembele, and Norway scoring in between all in goals through Asgard, which means that France will top the group, Norway finishing second. As far as this game, as it stands, Senegal finishing third in Iraq will be definitely out of the tournament. So Jalal Hassan is getting ready to come in. Confirmation that he's replacing Ahmed Basel. And Ibrahim Bayish, who was the captain of the first half, rightly so, is giving the captaincy armband to the entering goalkeeper. As we said, he is the captain of Iraq. So wait and see what Senegal can do. They're going to get us off and underway, and ensure they have just now. And this time they're playing from right to left, straight to Diaté. Seck. Seck is the one who scored a goal, just a confirmation. And now Senegal, I'm sure they've been told by Papa Thiaw that they need more goals and try to take advantage of that sending off for Iraq early on in the match. They only managed to get the goal, and that goal came before the sending off, so Senegal didn't really take advantage of the possession and the chances that they had. So for Senegal, Diaw is in goal, Jacobs, Niakate, Seck and Diatta in defence, but there is a Gay in an anchor role position. Now Senegal needs to tackle the other shot, it just goes wide. It's going to be a goal kick here for Iraq. They've got Mbaye, Kamara and Sadio Mane and Habib Diarra just behind Ismail Assar. So that's the Senegalese side for the second half. As for Iraq, is Jalal Hassan in goal. Came in as a sub at just a few moments to go. And it's Doski, Hashim, Yunus and Putras in defence. Amir Amari, Zizal Iqbal in that midfield. They've got Bayish, Jassim just behind Ali Al Hamadi. Senegal, Seck, just inside the Iraqi half. Of course, we did have plenty of corners in the first half. 9 corners, 6 for Senegal, 3 for Iraq, and now Senegal this time they're coming from the left-hand side from Ismail Jacobs, sending the ball down the middle. To start from Idrissa Gay to Sadio Mane, the Al Nassr player, trying to go around the defender, and he managed to do so, but he just could not keep it in, and the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. Sadio Mane, the 34-year-old, scored 14 goals for Al Nassr. The season just gone. Of course, he moved back to 2023, having played for Southampton. Then he moved to Liverpool, of course, and then Bayern Munich before making the switch to Saudi Arabia. That's a ball forward here by Jalal Hassan. Well intercepted here by Senegal. Ball is well defended here by France Buttress. Ball goes out of play. It's going to be throw in for the Senegalese side. You mentioned France Buttress. He plays for Persib Bandung in Indonesia. He also started his career in Denmark with Viborg, and now his job is, of course, trying to minimise the damage as far as this match is concerned. Senegal again to Mane. Mane on the left-hand side, send the ball down the middle. They're not far from the penalty area. It wasn't the best of passes here by Kamara. Then possession with Idrissa Gueye, coming forward through down the middle, sending the ball to the right-hand side. Lovely pass. And now across for Mbaye, well intercepted by Iraq, but it still goes to Senegal again in the edge of the penalty area. There's a bit of confusion by both players, but Iraq gives the ball away. A pass inside the 6-yard box, well defended again. It's by Akan Hashim once more. And now Iraq trying to go on a counter-attack with Robin Salaka, trying to pass the ball to Hamadi, but it took a good deflection here by number 4, Abdoulaye Seck. Throw and play quickly on the left-hand side of the penalty area for Iraq. Trying to go around a player here. Doski passing the ball down the middle. He just could not find Zidane Iqbal. It's well intercepted by Kamara. And now they go on the attack here. And Mbaye inside the penalty area trying to go around Hashim. Great defending by Hashim. Brilliant defending by the 27-year-old. He's been absolutely brilliant for Iraq in this tournament. Of course, make sure you're watching the game through your local broadcaster. Senegal gets the ball back here on the edge of the penalty area, trying to pass the ball to the right-hand side. They managed to do so. And it's Mbaye again. Ibrahim Mbaye to Diarra. With a cross inside the 6-yard box, headed away this time by Younes. Of course, he substituted Ahmed Qasim in the first half after that sending off for the centre-back, Robin Salaka. Now Idrissa Gueye down the middle. Gets the receiving ball from Sadio Mane. Just played the first 5 minutes of the second half, and the Senegal leading by a goal to nil. They're in charge of the ball at this moment in time with Diaté. Switching the ball to the left-hand side to Jacobs again. All the Iraqi players behind the ball at the moment. And Idrissa Gueye trying to find a way in. And the pass forward, it wasn't great. It's well intercepted by Zidane Iqbal. But he's been forced back inside his own penalty area. And now Doski, back pass to Jalal Hassan, but he had to be careful this time round. And they gave the ball away again. And by another cross inside the 6-yard box. And that was a great defending by Younes. It was a combination of good covering by Younes. It's a lovely cross from the right by Mbaye for Sadio Mane. And it took a slight deflection from Younes just to deflect the ball a bit slightly in front of Mane. From 7 yards out, he plays it over the bar. Like we said, as it stands with the remaining games to come in the other groups, Senegal will qualify. They are in the top 8. Now Senegal gets a free kick just inside the Iraqi half. So we'll keep you up to date with the other match happening simultaneously. Still 3-1 to France with Othman Dembele's hat-trick in the first half. Lovely play here by Kamara. Down the middle, switching the ball to the right-hand side. Managed to find Mbaye again. Mbaye trying to go around Jassim. He managed to do so on the edge of the penalty area. Shot inside the 6-yard box. And a header in the end. This time by number 14, Ismail Jacobs. The ball goes out, play for a goal kick. Definitely Senegal been giving strong instructions at half-time by Papa Thiaw to increase the pressure, and they're doing just that. They just haven't scored a goal yet. And now they pass the ball with Senegal. They give the ball away. Mekadowski hooves the ball forward, been chased at Hamadi. But that was good defending by Abadai. Sek heads the ball out. Play. It's going to be throw in for Iraq. On the left-hand side of the penalty area. Ali Jassim, lovely play here by Dosky. And the shot from outside the penalty area. Straight on target. It was great goalkeeping by Mori Diaw, who hoofs the ball forward. Picked up by Mbaye. It's 2 against 3. And now it's becoming 3 against 5 straight away. Mbaye just sort of hesitated a bit. And now Gay sending the ball to the left-hand side. It's just a bit wide. It's a bit too much right in front of Jacobs, the left back. And the ball goes out. Play. It's going to be thrown for Iraq. Halfway through inside the right-hand side. It's taken by Buttress. Long throw, trying to find out Hamadi. But the referee is given a free kick for Iraq just inside their own half here. It looks like substitutions might be coming on here for Senegal. Of course, Papa Thiaw knows that 1-0 might not be enough due to the goal difference. That's why it leaves them 7th. And he knows he needs to exploit that deficit in numbers for Iraq. But they get the ball back here. Senegal, lovely play, trying to go on a counter-attack. And this time, throw Kamara, sending the ball inside the penalty area. And the shot, great save by Hassan. And it's cleared the ball away by Buttress. Good goalkeeping, but the pressure's still on here by Senegal. Mbaye down the middle, switching the ball to the right-hand side, but it's well intercepted this time by Amir and Amari. Playing with fire here, Iraq, but Dosky, long ball forward, been chased by Jassim. But it's headed sideways by Seka. It's been cleared the ball away by Diakate. Senegal still in control. Now is that ball well intercepted here by Iraq. Picked up this time by Bayesh. Bayesh trying to go around the left back here for Iraq. And sending the ball down the middle to Zidane Iqbal. Chips the ball inside the 6-yard box, but easily picked up by Diaw, replacing Edouard Mendy, was injured in the last game against Norway. The former Chelsea man, of course, he's playing his trade with Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia in the last 3 seasons. He's not available for this game. So far, so good for Mori Diaw and his team. They're leading by a goal to nil, and they have been the better side of the second half, much better than the first. And now Sadio Mane from the left-hand side in the edge of the penalty area. Chipped the ball inside the 6-yard box. Cleared away by Dosky. Still up in the air, just on the edge of the penalty area. And now Zidane Iqbal trying to keep the ball in, but he gave the ball away. And now 1-1 with the keeper. Trying to pass inside the 6-yard box. And that is the second goal for Senegal. We can see it coming. And it took 11 minutes for Senegal to add a second. But what a mistake by Zidane Iqbal. He needed to clear the ball. He was a yard away outside his own penalty area. And you can see the look in his face. He was not happy. He got the ball, tried to chip the ball over the players. He fell by mistake to Lamine Kamara. Picked the ball right in front of him, inside the penalty area from the left-hand side in the 6-yard box. Very simple pass down the middle. And Ismail Assar, the 28-year-old Crystal Palace man, netting it very easy. Even Jalal Hassan was occupied with Kamara. It's now Senegal 2, Iraq 0. Now we are going to see the substitutions being made for Senegal. In fact, it's a triple substitution. Nicholas Jackson is one of the players, is coming on, giving confirmation very, very shortly. And also Iraq making a double substitution. Well, as far as they're concerned, there's now or never. It's Ali Jassim and Ali Al-Hamadi coming off for Iraq. The players are coming on Mackenzie and number 13 Yusuf. Of course, Yusuf is a striker, number 13, and Mackenzie is another player for Iraq that can be useful for them. As far as Senegal, just to get you the confirmation with that triple substitution, is Diarra and Bay and Camaras coming off. And also Sek has come off, replaced by Sis, number 6. For the goal score, for the first goal has come on. And players that come on as Gay and Dia Jackson alongside Sis just a few seconds ago. We're up and underway, and Hashim gave the ball away here for Senegal in the edge of the penalty area. Trying to go through. Danny will have the shot. That's a third goal for Senegal, and it's the substitute who scored from his first touch. What a shot! What a strike for Senegal. It was Akram Hashim who picked up the ball, but he gave the ball away on the left-hand side of his own penalty area. And it's picked up by Papagay, a Villarreal man. From about 20 yards out, down the middle, beautiful curling shot to the right hand side of Jalal Hassan. But what a beautiful curling ball, very, very powerful shot by Papagay. Senegal 3, Iraq 0. And as we mentioned, Iraq have lost the possession in the second half. It's been all Senegal, and Senegal are definitely doing their job by increasing their goal difference. Now straight away he's going for the free kick for Iraq. From the right side of the penalty area is going to be Amir Al-Amari. He's taking the free kick. 7-8 yards. Al-Amari with a cross inside the 6-yard box, headed away by the Senegalese defender, and Dosky sends the ball back inside the penalty area, but it's well picked up here by Diaw. Long ball forward, hooves it inside the Iraqi half, but this time be cleared away by Al-Amari. Ball still up in the air and nearly found Bayish, but it's well defended by Sis. After Sis, a few moments ago, the Rayo Vallecano player was a play in Spain. The Senegal, it's just half an hour to go. They're sure they can add more, and a cross from Jacobs, but this time it's well defended by Putras. It's going to be throw in, played with Jacobs, long throw inside the penalty area, picked up by Mane. Mane around about 3 plays, he found a space, and that was another shot by Papagay. But it took a slight deflection this time round. It's going to be a corner for Senegal. What a half Senegal are having. Complete domination. And they know how much scoring goals today will make a difference. And they're doing just that. Corner to be taken from the right-hand side for Senegal. With a cross inside the 6-yard box, cleared away by substitute Ali Yusuf. It's going to be another corner from the same side for Senegal. A corner inside the 6-yard box, and again it was headed away by Yusuf again, but it hit his colleague Ahmed Hassan. Mackenzie. There's going to be another corner. Plate short this time around. Senegal with a cross inside the 6-yard box, and it just missed everyone. It goes all the way through to the other end. This time Iraq can breathe a bit. It's going to be throw in, taken by the right back France Buttress, and there's plenty of Senegalese players inside the Iraq half. They're not happy with just a 3, and you can see the hunger in their eyes. But what a beautiful goal that was scored by Papa Gay. The leader had 3-0 in the first half through Sek, then Sa in the 56th and Gay in the 59th. Of course, Iraq had one moment that went against them. That was when Rubin Salaka was sent off in the 30th minute with a straight red card. Long ball forward here, trying to find Jacobs. We get the ball, cross the ball inside the penalty area, headed away by Younes. And now Senegal gets the ball back. Ball down the middle. Gay. Papa Gay managed to find Niakate. Switching the ball to the right hand side of the penalty area here to Diaté. Diaté trying to go around the player, managed to do so. It was brought down, the referee says play on, and now Ali Yusuf is with the ball for Iraq, trying to go on a counter-attack. Zidane Iqbal hesitated a bit, and now all the players are behind the ball here for Senegal, still inside their own half of Iraq, the ball. And now Akam Hashim. Hashim passing the ball forward, just brushed across the halfway line here, Iraq here. Long ball forward, trying to find number 13, the substitute Ali Yusuf, but great defending by Pathasis. Picks up the ball once more from the keeper Diao. Did see that one shot on target from Ali Jassim probably about 10 minutes ago, but apart of that, we didn't see anything from Iraq in this match. Of course, Nicholas Jackson and Dia alongside Gay, who came on for Senegal. Now still with the ball here. Definitely finding spaces at the moment. This time once more Papa Gay. It looks like it's Niakate. He's playing a bit more up the field at the moment, but Iraq gets the ball back through Merkaz Doski. Send the ball forward, but again it's a bit too much here for Ali Yusuf. It's well defending here by the Kripin Diatta. Ali Yusuf plays in Iraq, the 30-year-old, for Talaba, whereas the other substitute, number 15, Ahmed Hassan Mackenzie, he also plays for Iraq, but for as far as Senegal, the substitutes, of course, India, the Everton man, and now on the attack with Sadio Mane from the right, left-hand side, trying to cross the ball, straight in the hand of the keeper Hassan. Of course, India, the Everton man, had a very good season as well with Everton. Of course, Nicholas Jackson up front. Spent last season on loan with Bayern Munich while he's heading back with his parent club Chelsea. Long cross for Iraq, all the way towards the left-hand side, just managed to cross the halfway line. At Mackenzie. To Amir Al-Amari. They're really struggling to find any spaces at the most here, Iraq. Keeping quite a good possession, to be fair. You just hit the 66-minute mark, but it's nothing we can do, especially when you're a man down. It's always going to be taking risks as far as the lines of Mesopotamia is concerned. As far as the lines of Teranga is concerned, they're definitely on form, leading by 3-0. Of course, worth reminded that Iraq are playing with 10 men after that sending off early on in the first half in the 30th minute. But that shot by Papa Gay, the Villarreal man, literally was his first touch. If you look at it again, maybe it was his third touch, but all within the same move. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Definitely worth watching, of course. Make sure you're watching the game through your local broadcaster. We're either going to have a water break. And Zidane Iqbal has also come off for Iraq. The former Manchester United player. He's been replaced by Kevin Jacob. Plays in Strade in Aarhus in Denmark, the 25-year-old. Started his career with Gothenburg. Sweden is one of the few players that we mentioned who've been brought from Iraqi ancestors from Sweden, Denmark, some of the other countries. So Iqbal's night comes to an end. Of course, he'll be quite disappointed because he was part of the players who actually conceded that goal for Saad, giving the ball away. So now number 19 Jacobs coming on and replacing him. Of course, as we mentioned, there is the simultaneous game of Group I match. It's happening at the moment. And still France leading by 3 goals to 1. Dembele scoring with a hat-trick in the 7th, 20th and 32nd minute. And Asgar scoring in the 21st. And with that scoreline, France will top the group. Norway finished second. And Senegal finished third. Having goal from Sek in the 4th minute, Sarr in the 56th, and Papagay the substitute in the 59th. I'm sure Senegal will be looking for more goals in the last 22 minutes plus stoppage time, of course, to increase their goal difference. And that's what we've seen right from the interval. They had a few chances towards the end of the first half that they couldn't take, but definitely made up for it in the second half with the 2 goals by Sarr and Gay. Players are back on the field and will be restarting very, very shortly. We're just reminded that the ex-Manchester United player Zidane Iqbal just been substituted, replaced by Kevin Jacob throughout the water break. So it's going to be free kick for Iraq, deep inside their own half, not far from the left-hand touchline. It's been taken by Akam Hashim. We're just waiting for Anthony Taylor's whistle. Where it's only got 20 minutes plus stoppage time for Senegal to increase their lead even more so. Hashim, long ball forward, deep inside the Senegal half. Headed away by the defenders, picked up well here by Senegal with Papagay through a counter-attack, and it was brought down inside the centre circle. And it's going to be free kick against Kevin Jacob, who've just come on. And they played it quickly here with Idrissa Gueye. Deep inside the Iraqi half with Ndia, the Evertonian man. Down the middle, this time it's picked up by Diakate, switching the ball to the left-hand side, picked up by the left-back Jacobs, to Mane once more. Mane trying to cut through down the middle, lovely pass through down forward, trying to find Jacobs, across the ball from the left, and now headed back down, and this is another shot, that is another cracking goal for Senegal in the 71st minute, and it's Papagay again. What a night he's having. What a night Senegal is having. 2 beautiful goals, one better than the other. The best way to describe both Papagay's goals. Complete confusion by the keeper. Left in no man's land. The ball falls for Papagay from just inside the penalty area. Beautiful left-footed shot. Powerful to the right-hand side of Jalal Hassan. It's Senegal 4, Iraq 0, and there's still time for more. And Pamadiao, whatever he said to them at half-time, it's working. And the Villarreal man who came on as a sub with 2 great goals. You can see the look of Graham Arnold. He's not happy, but under the circumstances. Of course, now Iraq with Kevin Jacob and trying to have the shot inside the penalty area, but took a slight deflection. It's being cleared away here by Senegal. It's going to be thrown for Iraq. Not far off from the left-hand side of the penalty area. It's going to be Mankesdowski, long throw. Managed to find Jacob again, the substitute. The Aarhus player, but he gave the ball away. Now it's picked up by Senegal. Lovely flick on by Sadio Mane, but it was brought down. It's by Buttress, the right back. It's going to be free kick for Senegal, deep inside their own half. It was a lovely flick on by 34-year-old Mane, but not without any wrongdoing, of course, by France Buttress. Now Senegal once more on the attack. Jacobs deep inside the Iraqi half on the left-hand side. He's trying to find for more options. Seems to be the options getting so much clearer here for Senegal. Leading by 4-0, and with 17 minutes plus stoppage time, of course, this is the time to increase the lead. We did say before the match started, either side, they need a big scoreline, and now Senegal are providing it. Mane on the left-hand side, trying to go around Bayish, passing the ball down the middle, another shot again from Gay. He gets another chance, and this time it's another shot, and this time he goes over the bar. Goes out for a goal kick for Iraq. What a performance by Papa Gay. He got another chance. Beautiful pass from the left on the edge of the penalty area. Left footed shot again. But this time took a slot. Good block by the Iraqi defender. And on the rebound, it was Diatta. He sends the ball out of play. And as it stands, Senegal are the 5th best team on the 3rd place ranking, and now Mane with a shot, and it hits the crossbar. It's cleared away by Iraqi defenders. It's complete mayhem as far as Iraq is concerned. Senegal don't care. Beautiful chip by Sadio Mane from 8 yards out. He managed to get it over the keeper, but it hit the crossbar, and now Iraq trying to go on a counter-attack. But McKenzie gave the ball away, but he gets the ball back here this time. Ali Youssef down the middle for Iraq. To Bayesh, deep inside the Senegalese half. With quarter now to go. Now France Buttress from the right. Across the ball inside the penalty area, straight to the Senegalese defender. It's well picked up by Diatta. You can feel there's going to be more goals here. The fields are going to come from Senegal. Now it's going to be free kick. It was a challenge on Ismail Assar by Amir Al-Amari. And Anthony Taylor was given the Craiova player. Seems like it's he's threatened with the yellow card, but just waiting for confirmation. Definitely saw him pulling for the card. Indeed, he has got a yellow card. So Amir Al-Amari is another player from Iraq who gets a yellow card here. Of course, Salaka got straight red. And now Senegal on the move once more from the right-hand side. Diatta to Ndia. Ndia trying to take on the defender. He managed to do so. Still on the edge of the penalty here, trying to cut through down the middle to Papa Gay once more. But this time he's switching the ball to the left to Mane. Mane on the edge of the penalty area from the left-hand side. Again, trying to cut through down the middle. He goes around, switches the ball inside the 6-yard box to play this time up to Sarr, but the shot from Sarr was quite weak, cleared away by Hashim. Gay, the captain, gets the ball once more for Senegal. That goal so far has put them in a much more respectable position as far as the top 8 squad teams will finish 3rd. Of course, they qualify, and so far they are in 4th place at the moment. Of course, we shall await the remaining games over the next couple of days of the group stages. Jacobs, Papagay, down the middle, picked up this time by Nicholas Jackson. He gets the ball back, try to go around a player on the edge of the penalty area. But he lost the ball, but it still goes back to Senegal. But that was good defending by Lamari. And now Iraq trying to go on a counter-attack with Ali Yusuf. Great defending by the captain, Idrissa Gueye. Gets the ball, sends the ball to the left-hand side and picked up by Sadio Mane. Managed to try to go around Putras, but this time it's good defending by the 32-year-old right back. And it's going to be thrown for Senegal on the left-hand side of the Iraqi penalty area. But that was a big chance for Mane early on. Put Senegal 5-0 up. It hit the crossbar of Jalal Hassan. Now Senegal once more. Managed to find Ndia again from the right hand side of the penalty area, trying to go around the defender, and he managed to do so, trying to chip the ball. But in the end, it was good defending by Ahmed Mackenzie. And Senegal gets another corner. It's going to be taken from the right hand side. I'm just looking at the bench, and Graham Arnold is looking on the ground, shaking his head. He can't believe what is happening. Played short to Ndia. Goes back to Idrissa Gueye. Down the middle. The captain chips the ball inside the penalty area. And a header by Senegal, but straight in the hands of Jalal Hassan. It was Papa Sis. He sent it back with the header, but he went straight at Jalal Hassan, the substitute keeper. Now Senegal get the ball once more. Managed to cross the halfway line. This time from Ismail Jacobs, but it's a bit too much here for Sadio Mane. The ball goes straight out of play. It's going to be thrown for Iraq. But they just gave the ball away again. And this time for Nicholas Jackson in the edge of the penalty area. He has a shot! And that was a good save by Jalal Hassan. Great effort by Jackson. And equally, it was a diving save by Hassan, who dived to his right. And it's going to be another corner for Senegal. Played short by Mane to Jacobs. Gets the receiving ball here. The 34-year-old trying to go around Bayesh, but that was good defending by Bayesh. But he gets the ball back. Bayesh still with the ball. Trying to get support here, but they gave the ball away so cheaply. Jacobs down the middle for Sarr to Mane again. It's just a bit too much on the edge of the 6-yard box. The ball goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. Ismail Assar, who's already on the score sheet, of course, scoring the second goal for Senegal. Was trying to be the provider this time round for Sadio Mane, who had his chance. This ball hit the left-hand crossbar, and the Assar now is being substituted, the goal scorer, and be replaced by number 7 Diao. Of course, Sana Diao who plays for Como in Italy. Of course, Como now is having 2 representatives here from either side, but now Akam Hashim gets the ball out, and now he's going forward on his own. He managed to cross the halfway line and send it back, but he was brought down by the Senegalese player. It's going to be free kick for Iraq. It's going to be a yellow card for Papa Gueye, scorer of the 3rd and the 4th goal. Not only on the score sheets, but also in the referee's book. And now it's Ali Jassim for Iraq and Hassan Diao, both on the field, and both are Como players, of course. We're playing top flight European football next season. Of course, just make sure you're watching this game through your local broadcaster. Ball being cleared away for Iraq. The ball still up in the air inside the Senegalese half, and managed to keep control of it. And now the captain Gueye with the ball, long ball forward. It's brought down well here this time by Doski, one of the survivors of the first half, but he gave the ball away. And now it's Ndia coming forward for Senegal. On the edge of the penalty, he had the shot! Oh, what a goal! What a goal for Ndia! In the 82nd minute. Beautiful shot. We've seen a number of shots that led to goals for Senegal. A well-deserved lead by 5-0. And there's still 8 minutes to go plus stoppage time. It gave the ball away cheaply here through America Doski, and it went to Ndia from 20 yards out, down the middle, slightly towards the right. And a beautiful right-footed shot, beating Jalal Hassan again. Went to the top left corner. You can see the devastation of some of the Iraqi fans. Definitely you can see it in Graham Arnold's face. He was shaking his head after 4 goals, and now you can imagine what his face is like. But Papatiao's men are doing the job that they need to do, and that is score as many goals as possible to improve their chances, to improve their goal difference. There comes again Sadio Mane on the left-hand side, but this time it's good defending by Putras. Trying to go around the defender, Jacobs, but he's putting himself in a very not great position, and the clearance wasn't as great. And now Mane down the middle to Ndia. Ndia sending the ball to the left-hand side for Jacobs. Cross the ball inside the penalty area, but it was good block here by Putras. The ball goes out of play. It's going to be a Senegalese ball. Throwing forward, taken by Jacobs. Played back. Managed to find Niakate. Switching the ball to the right hand side. To Diate. Sending the ball this time to Papagay. Good ball here by passing by Senegal. Of course, they're leading by 5-0, but they still feel they've got more, and they're in possession with Papagay once more, not far from the penalty area, pushing the ball to the right hand side to Diate, trying to take on the defender on the edge of the penalty area, and he's still trying to do so. Lovely tricks here by Diate, managed to find Ndia, goes to Diate once more, but that was good defending in the end by Mackenzie. It's going to be thrown for Senegal, played quickly, down the middle to Sis. Managed to find Niakate to the left-hand side with Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane gets support by Nicholas Jackson. Lovely return to Mane inside the 6-yard box, but it's been cleared away by Cam Hashim for another corner for Senegal. 13 corners so far for the African side, only 3 for the Asian side. Played short by Jacobs. Managed to find Ndia from the left-hand side. Managed to go around the defender. Set inside the penalty area. A short pass and a shot by Mane. Well blocked, but it hasn't been cleared just yet. And now Baif with the ball, trying to go around the defender, and he clears the ball away. Only as far as the Niakate to Papagay. Managed to cross the halfway line. We're inside the last 5 minutes plus stoppage time. It's Senegal who are leading Iraq by 5-0. Second to fourth, Sarr in the 56, Gay twice in the 59th and the 71st, and Ndia, the Everton man, in the 82nd minute. And Iraq having that bad moment when Rubin Salaka was sent off in the 13th minute. It was a straight red card. And now Senegal once more from Diate, trying to go around Mackenzie and managed to do so inside the penalty area, but in the end, Doski had to intervene. It was good defending in the end, but he just gave the ball away. The play was fire here with Gay to Mane, trying to chip the ball. It hit the hands of the Iraqi player, but it was right in front of Anthony Taylor. But the referee saw nothing wrong with it. The arm was close to the body of Amir Al-Amari. Did take a slight touch of the Iraqi player. It's going to be a 14th corner for Senegal from the left-hand side. It's going to be taken by Jacobs. Well, in fact, they've changed their mind now. It's going to be a goal kick. Anthony Taylor got the call from VAR. Of course, they can check them if it was given by VAR under the new rules. And they have checked that one. He's been given a goal kick for Iraq. Hassan, the goalkeeper, long ball forward. Straight away went to Diatta, who sent the ball back to his keeper, Diao. Didn't see much of him in the second half, to be fair, except for that one shot that came from Ali Jassim. It was on target, but nevertheless, it's been all Senegal. It's fair to say it was a well-deserved scoreline at the moment, with under 3 minutes to go. Senegal leading by 5-0. In the other match, they're playing injury time already. And France still leading Norway by 3-1, and with that result, France will top the group. Norway will finish second, Senegal third, Iraq bottom of the group. Senegal once more with Papagay down the middle for about 25 yards. He gives another shot. This time it took a slight deflection with the Iraqi player, and the Bayish clears the ball away in the end. It's going to be thrown for Senegal, halfway through inside the Iraqi half on the left-hand side. Papagay gets the ball back, sending the ball this time to Niakate, to the captain, Idrissa Gueye, to the right-hand side, to his colleague with Everton, Andia, trying to take on Mackenzie. Ball goes down the middle once more. This time managed to find Pathassis, to Gueye again. Senegal, they would love to find a 6 here for the end of the match. And now Mane trying to cross from the left. He managed to do so, headed away by the Iraqi player, and it's picked up this time by Bayish. He gets the ball from in front of the Senegalese player, and now he's going on a counter-attack. Managed to cross the halfway line, but straight away Jacobs right in front of him. And now he's sending the ball through back all the way to Younes. And now Younes to Amir Al-Amari. He gave the ball away, Al-Amari. And now Senegal trying to go forward, but need good defending. And they managed to get it. It was Diao, came right from behind off Amir Al-Amari. But if it wasn't for the centre-backs, combination of Hashim and Younes, now been 1-on-1 with the keeper. We're seconds away from the 90th minute. Should be finding out how many minutes of stoppage time. But for the time being, Senegal with the ball. With Diatta deep inside the Iraqi half. Lovely play here. He was brought back here, the Senegalese player. This time it was Diatta. It's going to be free kick for Senegal and a yellow card for Merkaz Doski, the Iraqi left back. This is a dangerous free kick. It's going to be 6 minutes of stoppage time that we just entered. It's still time for Senegal to improve their goal difference. The free kick is about 12-13 yards, side towards the right hand side, down the middle. The cross comes in inside the 6-yard box, and header, and this time from Papagay, but straight in the hands of the keeper, Jalal Hassan. Wasn't a bad effort here by Senegal. And now Iraq with Poitras. Long ball forward, down the middle. Managed to pick up Ali Yusuf, who's retrieving back, and Merkaz Doski gives the ball away. But the referee's given a free kick against Kripin Diatta. Number of times that Iraqi players been absolutely careless, especially when the occasions where they knew the players, Senegalese players standing behind them. Happened to Al-Amari twice. Hashim, a couple of the goals did lead to that as well. And now Senegal starting from the back once more with Idrissa Gueye down the middle, forward, managed to find Nicholas Jackson. Twist and turn, sending the ball to the right hand side, managed to find Ndia. Ndia trying to go on from the left back. Lovely play here by Senegal, but it was good play here by Mackenzie, but straight away gave the ball here for Senegal, and a shot from outside the box. It was on target, straight in the hand of the keeper again by Papagay. He definitely fancies the hat-trick today, doesn't he, the Villarreal player? It's been tremendous form today. Papagay Of course, he's been with Villarreal since 2024, the former Sevilla and Marseille player. And now Iraq gave the ball again away, this time from Akam Hashim. We're inside the last 4 out of the 6 minutes of stoppage time. Diakate from the right hand side, trying to keep the ball in. But just failed to do so here, Diao. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. You can see the cheering Senegalese fans on the ground, and you can see the disappointed faces of the Iraqi fans. And this definitely looks like the Lions of Teranga will beat the Lions of Mesopotamia here tonight. Now they're giving it another go here, Senegal, with Nicholas Jackson. Managed to escape the Iraqi player on the right hand side of the penalty area. Managed to find Diao. Diao with the ball. Still got 3 minutes left of stoppage time. I'm sure Senegal will try to make it 6 here tonight without conceding, of course. And now Sis with the ball inside the centre circle, picked up by Niakate. Switching the ball to the left hand side to the Ismail Jacobs. Down the middle here, deep inside the Iraqi half. Lovely ball forward, trying to find Andia. It was good covering in the end by Munaf Yunus, and the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Iraq. Things now for Iraq is, and Graham Arnold, is to avoid conceding a 6. And I can tell you, it's full time in the game between Norway and France, and finish France winning in the end by 4-1. It was Doué, the Paris Saint-Germain player, scoring in the 4th minute of injury time. But here Senegal, can they add one themselves at injury time? But they gave the ball away, but get the ball back very easy as well. Senegal from the right hand side with Doué. Diao passing the ball down the middle, switching the ball to the left hand side, managed to find Jacobs. Jacobs just against Buttress, managed to find Ndia, switched to the left hand side at the moment, trying to find a space, and managed to find definitely one of the men of the match here for Senegal, Papagay. But the ball forwards, one step here this time by Jacob. He gave the ball away, and this time it's picked up, this time by Diao. But Jacob trying to rectify his mistake, but he still gave the ball away again for the second time. Senegal gets the ball to Diao down the middle. He has a shot. It's a great save by Hassan. And the ball picked up this time by Mane down the middle of the sport. But Iraq managed to clear the ball away, and they're trying to go on the counter attack. We're inside the last minute of stoppage time here. Merkadowski. Lovely play here this time by Ahmed Hassan. It's good defending in the end by Diate. We're inside the last 30 seconds. It was a great chance for Senegal to make it 6, but it was a brilliant diving save by Jalal Hassan to his left. And now Senegal are pulled forward. And it seemed like Sana Diao was on the same wavelength. The ball goes out, play. It's going to be a goal kick, but it's a beautiful shot by Ndia, the Everton man. Beat 2 defenders, and the shot from was about 12 yards out. It was a great save by the substitute keeper Jalal Hassan. And as we speak, Anthony Taylor blows his whistle for full time. It's been a spectacular night for Senegal, winning by 5-0 against what is now the bottom side of the group, Iraq. It was Sek who started the scoring for Senegal in the 4th minute, and then it got bad to worse for Iraq when they had Robin Solaka being sent out with a straight red card in the 13th minute. And they managed to survive until the 56th minute when Sarr added a second for Senegal. Then the substitute Papagay adding 2 in the 59th and the 71st minute before Ndia, the Everton man, adding the 5th in the 82nd minute. So it's full time here tonight. It finished Senegal 5, Iraq 0.